Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my worlds, the world away, and we've now got the extended issues, issue 131 of Eagle Moss's Build the Delorean. Okay, just so you know, issue 132 is also done, and I'll put a link to that at the end of the video, because I got issue 132 before I got issues 130 and 131, which doesn't make any sense at all. But in this one, we're actually doing the hood box. So let's just show you what we've got to do. We've got to put the support into the hood box there. Then we've got to put the switch with the light travelling around it, around all of that, bolt it in with AP screws, use some adhesive tape, which they provided again, just to keep that in place. And then we put a battery in, flick the switch, and the light should come on. Pretty simple, huh? Now, you know what's coming in issue 132 because you've already seen it. And as you can see, you got a railway sleeper. It is worth bearing in mind. In the next day, perhaps 2 days, I am going to be putting issue 133 up. And look, we've got a railroad track. And it's metal, and I can tell you now, it's heavy. So where we have some plastic in the next issue just for the railway sleeper, it's nice to see that the tracks are actually metal. Without further ado, let's see what this hood box looks like all lit up. Okay, this is the hood box here, looking just like this. You see, you've got loads of holes in there, so you can see how many things are going to be actually put in here eventually. We have got a support here, though, and this support is going to be going into this hole just there. When we put it in, though, I'm just going to push it in. You can see it's sort of like got a flathead screwdriver approach on the top. Obviously, we need to make sure that that's in line with the trowel that's going around that, because this is basically what the light's going to follow as it goes through. And then the next thing we've got to do is just put the light in. And this is what the light looks like here. It's going to basically, it can only go in one way because you can just follow the tracks, to be honest with you. So we're just going to put that in as it goes. We're going to trace the light throughout these channels here on the hood box. Now, this is going to be fiddly, I reckon, so I'm going to do a bit at a time and put some of this adhesive tape down to keep it in place so that when I've traced it round, it's not going to pop up. Now, the first place it wants me to put tape is just on this side here, and it's sort of when it's running around. Oh, this is tricky. Just like that. Just like that there. The next one, I'm going to use my tweezers to follow it around. It's going round just like this here, all the way to these 2 points here. We need to make sure that these are actually, these are the lights that are going into these sections here. So we need to make sure that they're actually just seated into those sections. As you can see that, otherwise it's not going to light up correctly. And we're going to be putting another little bit of black adhesive tape just on this section right here. There we go, and that will keep that in place. Then we trace the lights around just to this section. Now this is going to be going over the top of this bit that we put in here. Now when we put it over the top, the light section of it is going to be going just on top of that unit there. So this again is going to be a little bit fiddly as we put this in place. So before I do that, what I'm going to do is I've made sure it's in the channels, and I'm going to put this bit of stickiness here just along where they want it there. Because now I've got to lift it over this to make sure that the light is centered to where it needs to be, which is there. It's going to come down the other side here. I'm going to put these bulbs here just into place where they go. This is actually a lot fiddlier than I thought it would be, I have to say. There we go. These bulbs are just going to go into place as well. And I'm breaking from the norm here. I'm actually cutting some of this tape in half because they want one bit of tape just to be going here. But I'm not happy with this light on top. I think it needs to be reinforced on this side as well. So I'm going to be putting another bit of tape just on that section there as well. That way, I know it's not going to fall out. Like that. So that is how that's going to look. Put that in like that. As you can see, so we've got one bulb, 2, 3, 4, 1 in the center, 5 and 6. I think that's it. Six lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 lights. There's 7 lights there, looking just like that. Now we just need to bolt down this switch and battery pack here. And we're going to be doing that from the other side here. Once I've lined it up, just like that, with AP screws in these 2 holes here and here. So let's get them in now. Just put the first one in here. Nice and simple. That keeps that in place, and I'll just get one more. They gave me 1 spare AP screw, but to be honest with you, on this build, I've got about 50,000 spare AP screws. So just get the last one in. Just like that. So on this side, show you on this camera here, that's what the light looks like. And on the other side, that's what the switch and the battery pack is going to be looking like as well. So the only thing we need to do now is put a CR1025 battery in there. So I'll get one of those together and I'll show you what it looks like all lit up. Okay, so this is what a CR1025 battery looks like. Silly me thought that it was a 2025, the really common one. This little bad boy, which is about the size of a paracetamol, is blooming impossible to get hold of. So in the end I managed to get 5 from Amazon for about £3.99. And all you do is on the other side here where the battery pay is, the flat end, or the top end there, has just got to go towards that end there. So we put the battery in, push it all the way down, and I'm going to need something small like my tweezers here just to operate the switch, and the switch is just inside that bit there. So when I click the switch on, all the lights come on. As you can see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lights. I was right. And that's what it's looking like from the other side. But there we go. That's all complete. That's that issue done. So obviously, for the next few issues, we're going to be filling up with capacitors and lights and resistors and God knows what else to get that jam packed. So we've got 29 issues of this, and that's going to be shared between the hood box, some railway tyres for the car, and obviously the tracks and sleepers and stuff like that. So issue 132 is up now, and as I said, I'll put a link for that to the video, and issue 133 is probably going to be out this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So if you like that video, please remember to give it a like, and if you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please remember to give it a like. And if you haven't done so already, please remember to subscribe. Take care.